What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back with another review of Tyler Perry Sistas. This is season 9, episode 7. And I gotta be honest, y'all, I'm not sure what we doing with this show. Like, where I thought we were going, we ain't going. But we're gonna talk about it right now. As y'all already know, usually I have been going person by person when it comes to these storylines. First person I want to talk about, let's get Sabrina out the way. Sabrina, Maurice, and Paige, they at the club, right? Sabrina looks good. However, the men that she's attracting ain't it. Maurice has to tell her girl that ain't the one. Not him, not him, not him. Right? It was one guy, his breath must have smelled so bad that you can smell his breath way across the room. Okay? I said, Sabrina, you should have some discernment about yourself. Because that one you definitely shouldn't even pay no attention to. Nonetheless, she's about to go to the restroom, y'all. And she bumps into this guy. It's an older man. I said, ooh, plot twist. Giving Sabrina an older man may be interesting. I know. We don't like to see it. The young girlies. Well, I mean, she mid-30s, but still, she's younger. And that man is older, okay? I kind of want to see it. I just want to see a different side of Sabrina. I want to see her, really thriving and living her best life. That's what I'm trying to see. And maybe it's with this older man having a little fling or two. Here's my problem, though. Because who did we see walking into the same club? Or it wasn't even a club. Walking into, like, the bar, lounge, whatever they was at. Who did we see, y'all? We saw Rich. I said, I know you fucking lying. You mean to tell me on the next episode I got to deal with Rich trying to confront Sabrina and this old man? Baby, please. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Rich on my fucking screen anymore. We've wrapped that relationship up. He has no type of ownership or possession of Sabrina. So, baby, there's nothing to talk about. Why is you here, Negro? But we're going to see it on the next episode. Next person I want to talk about is motherfucking Andi. Y'all, when I tell you she worked my everlasting nerve this episode, she worked my fucking nerves. Let me tell you why. Baby, you just left a message to Robin saying how you about to work on yourself. You just told that man that. But you get a call from Dr. Vaughn, and now y'all over here setting up having drinks? Are you okay? How is it that you want to sit up here and be like, oh, I need to work on myself, I need to work on Andi, and you about to go play in another nigga face? I'm tired of it. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm sick and tired of every man wanting Andi. I'm so over that shit. Like, she cute, but baby, she ain't that fucking fine. Okay? There's no way you're going to tell me that every man that comes on this fucking show is interested in Andi. That shit is whack. We've seen it since season 1. We're over it at this point. We're done. I don't want to see it. Nonetheless, her and Dr. Vaughn, they plan to have drinks, right? He said, now keep in mind, this man told her, oh, we can grab drinks later on in the week. She said, oh no, it's been a long day. We can grab drinks today. Keep in mind, she already knows that she's going to go see Karen. She already knows this shit, right? Then, that was the first time that she pissed me off because she over here entertaining this man. Secondly, she sees Fatima working, y'all. And Fatima is working on these new ball players and their contracts and all of this. Now, she did make a comment towards Fatima because she's like, this will be good practice for you when you really become an attorney or when you really become a lawyer, however she phrased it. And it was definitely a dig. You can tell that it kind of hurt Fatima's feelings. And here's my issue with that. My issue with this whole situation is Andi. What's crazier to me is that you never even went over there to meet Kendrick, the first guy. You didn't even meet him. So I'm just like, how you going to be mad at her for adding more business to you? Like, if we really want to talk about it, all it is adding more business to the company. Technically, Fatima is bringing in business. Andi, what the fuck are you doing? Because last time I checked, you over here playing with this malpractice case, and your big boss is telling you don't even go down that route. Hell, at least Fatima trying to put more money in your pocket? Like, I don't know. The way she phrased that to Fatima was kind of whack to me. But also, I need for Fatima to take this bar exam, like ASAP. I need for her to pass the bar ASAP. Because to me, this is a total different division than what Andi is even doing. You know what I'm saying? It honestly makes no sense for Andi to be involved in what these basketball players got going on, if we really want to be honest. Because she don't even do this type of law. She literally does divorces. So I'm not even mad at Fatima working with Hayden. Y'all, at first I was like, I don't know. I don't know about Fatima working with Hayden because we already know the history. But since he does like tax stuff, it makes a little bit more sense. Ooh, plot twist, y'all. I know I'm talking a lot about Fatima right now, but it all kind of, goes together. Plot twist would be if Andi really started feeling some type of way about Fatima and this whole basketball thing, and then she started working with Hayden more. Because it honestly makes more sense for her to work with Hayden, even though they got beef. We'll see where that goes. But that was the second time Andi pissed me off. Oh, baby, let's bring it around town to the third time that Andi pissed me off, y'all. She goes to Karen's house. She goes to see her friend Karen, who you already know is struggling. And then you decide that you only gonna be here for 2 seconds? Bitch, is you okay? Y'all, the way she fucking skedaddled out of that house, out of that apartment, talking about, oh, I have a meeting I have to go to. I have something that I have to attend right now. And when Danny was like, at this hour? Like, you gotta go somewhere at this hour? She's like, yeah. Girl, you literally are about to leave your best friend to go play in a nigga face? Are you serious right now? Y'all, I see why she was never a godmother to one of the twins. I see why. Honestly, I cannot stand Andi. I can't. Oh my God. Like, that shit pissed me off. I'm like, you really would rather go see this nigga than to see how your friend is really doing? And you see she damn bad. Like, that is so fucked up. I'm sorry, y'all. The way Andi operates, it blows my mind. Because if the shit ain't revolving around her, she do not give a fuck about it. If things are not revolving around Andi, y'all, she does not really care. And that shit pisses me off. So that pretty much wraps up Andi. We're going to talk about her probably in the next review for whatever she about to do with Dr. Vaughn. Fatima, that was pretty much her storyline. Oh, also, we had a second player come in when it comes to Fatima. We had a second player come in. She brought Hayden in onto this situation. Hayden was being a super fan, of course. And when Fatima ended up walking this guy out, I can't even remember what his name was. Oh, Tamara shows up. Tamara shows up, flirt with this man, gives him her number. And Fatima like, you don't need to call that girl. You do not need to call no goddamn Tamara. Okay? She tries to tell him to avoid Tamara at all costs, right? And when we see Tamara again, she has a conversation with Hayden basically saying we need to go ahead and break this on up. Now, I'm not sure if she's saying this because it seems like she been ready to get the fuck on from Hayden, okay? She been ready to leave him. But I also feel like she thinks she can pull her a baller. She like, I know I can pull something around this office. So, we shall see what happens with Hayden and Tamara, but the way he was talking, he like, it's a bunch of women lined up to get with me. I said, no, Hayden, are they lined up? I don't think so. But I like that you have all this confidence. You have a lot of confidence in there, buddy. Besides that, I feel like that was all that happened with Fatima and Hayden and all of them. Another thing about Fatima, y'all, I'm just wondering, how long are we going to do this? She's just a paralegal. Like, do y'all think they're going to rush her passing the bar so that way she can take on real clients? Or what? What do y'all think that they're going to do? Or do y'all think that maybe she needs to get into, like, sports management? I don't know. I just want her from under Andi's thumb. Moving on from there, y'all. Danny, I feel like we did not see much of Danny this past episode. But I will say this. When Danny showed up for Karen, she showed up as a real friend. And y'all, we know Danny has given Karen hell over the years. Well, honestly, they give each other hell. But Danny showed up for Karen. She saw that she wasn't eating right. She saw that, Karen just was not in a good place. When Karen, had that moment where she's sitting at that table. She has on clothes that are from when she left the hospital. And Danny took notice and said, oh no, we about to put you in the bath. Like, you're about to go take a shower. That is what Karen needs, y'all. I really think that Karen needs somebody to be a little bit more stern with her. To be like, Karen, this not what we doing, boo. We not about to keep laying in this bed. You got to get up. You got to get out. I feel like that's what she needs. Because no offense to Aaron. Aaron is doing a great job. He's taking care of baby Faith. He's letting Karen go at her own pace. But I feel like by letting Karen go at her own pace, she's going to bed rot. She is not going to put in any effort. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely needed that push from Daniela, or should I say. But my other question is, y'all, where the fuck is Pam? Y'all are going to stop wasting Pam's time with her just making phone calls from the salon. Because y'all know that their friendship was deeper than that. Y'all know that Pam was so ride or die for Karen. And I really feel like if Pam knew that Karen was going through all this shit, she would be right there for Karen. Right after work. You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing that, and it's pissing me off. Because I get it. Y'all want to make it all about the sisters. But baby, Pam had Karen back when none of the sisters had her back. So can we please implement that? Lastly, I want to talk about Karen. Y'all, Karen and Zach finally had a conversation. It was much needed, but there were some elements that I felt were unnecessary. And I feel like they definitely needed the closure because they both are grieving their child. You know what I'm saying? And they only know what each other are feeling and going through at this point because they're experiencing it. They lost their daughter. But all that flashback shit, y'all, I was not here for it. It's like, we got it. We know they're not together anymore. We already know that they're never going to be together again. We've established that. I don't need for us to keep rehashing the same conversation. I don't need for us to see them say, you know, we had some good times and some bad times. We've had these conversations multiple times. I'm tired, okay? However, I feel like for me, I just truly appreciated when Zach took notice that Aaron was the one going to get the baby. And Karen didn't move. She didn't budge. She didn't do nothing when baby Faith was crying. And he's like, you know, checking on her, being like, hey, you know, you gotta make it for Faith. Like, you gotta keep going because you do have a baby here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated him saying that. And also, I feel like eventually we are going to see her come around to baby Faith at some point. But I don't think it was because of Zach, y'all. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, and she's feeling bad about losing the other baby because that was her only connection to Zach. I don't think it was that. I really don't. I really think it's because she really lost her baby. Like, she lost a part of her. She lost her baby. And then you have a twin. It's supposed to be twins, y'all. It's supposed to be twins, and you only have one baby here with you. And it's like, how am I going to explain things to her when she gets older? Like, I get all of what Karen is going through. Now, did it probably hurt that it's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to experience being parents with Zach? Yes. But I don't think it was oh my God, she's only going through this because it was Zach baby. If it was Aaron baby, she would have been emotional as well. And she would have been grieving her baby. Like, be so for real, y'all. But overall, I did enjoy the conversation between Karen and Zach. It was much needed. I'm just hoping that within the next couple of episodes, we will at least be able to see Karen hold her daughter. That's what I'm hoping for. Because she has yet to hold her child. And also, I wanted to point one more thing out about Karen is that I feel like she's slowly coming around, because you can tell that even though her body seems to be very tired, she seems very weak, you can tell she was happy to see the girls. She was happy to see Danny. She was happy to see Andi. But again, for Andi to just leave like that, y'all, that shit pissed me off so bad. But nonetheless, that was pretty much the episode, y'all. I can be honest, Sistas ain't really giving how I thought it was going to be. Y'all know, usually I would break it down scene by scene, but I don't know. I just feel like there's some storylines that aren't being pushed, and I don't know, like, maybe they'll pick up in the next couple of episodes. We shall see. But y'all, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.